and welcome to Crypto Crazy. I'm Cal, and today I'm going to talk to you about a new coin, UniFund, as you can see from the screen. So this is quite an interesting project, I think, and certainly by having a look at the price, as you can see, it's relatively new, and it has gone up since it's been released, and it's available on Uniswap. So there it is. As you can see from here, you can get it on Uniswap with the ticker iFUND. So just going into what they do, and this is the homepage. So it says join a fund, become a fund manager. So just to give you an overview, they allow you to create your own fund of cryptocurrencies and manage that fund. And what you do is you provide a collateral for that, and you can then accept monies coming in as cryptocurrency, and you can then manage that for a return for those individuals and taking a percentage commission as well. And if you wish to join a fund on the other side, you can find fund managers. You can see what type of funds they are running in terms of risk, what coins they're involved in, how much collateral they've put up, what sort of returns they've been getting, and you can add to that fund as well your money, again through cryptocurrency. So do watch the whole of the video. I do want to give you what I think is great and exciting, and obviously always give you a balanced view. So as one would say, the pros and the cons, I believe. But if we just get started here and just have a look at what they are offering. So as it mentions here, decentralized free market platform allowing risk-adjusted mutual fund creation. So you can create it, you can apply your own risk for that. You can put your money in various pools of funds if you wish to as well. And I think that's really great because at the moment we have certain big funds, but this will allow people to create their own funds, especially if they are good fund managers, as you would say anyway. So it says here, become an investor. It's pretty simple. All you need to do is you need to buy the iFUND token. You launch the platform, you connect a wallet, then you just have a look at what fund is attractive to you, and then you put it into that fund and you have your returns accordingly, how dependent on how that is managed. So some funds are open for certain number of days, and I think that's what makes it quite interesting as well. So you know at the end of that period you will get your return. Similarly for fund managers, again it's very easy in terms of steps. You put your money in, you connect you buy the iFUND token, you connect your wallet, and you can start building your fund. And what you're able to do is put your own money to manage and to provide collateral as well, and that can be determined how much you would like to put it in too. So I think that collateral again makes it interesting because you are putting it against any certain losses that you may gain in that as well. So here it says stake your collateral and publish your fund listings. So I think that is also, that gives people some comfort that it should hopefully be managed in a sensible way. I think also in terms of their track record as well, how they've been doing. I think one thing to bear in mind is the fact that at the moment we are in a bull market. So when we are in a downturn, obviously it does take a lot more work for a fund manager to find those coins that are going up in value, that are doing something new, that are getting good things in the pipeline. So I think that's where they earn their commission in terms of what they're managing. And I think as any good fund manager, it's in their interest to make sure that they beat the market so they can justify and attract more funding as well. And that's what they're getting paid for in terms of the commission as well, all of that homework that they do. So just moving on, this is what it looks like. So you have certain funds, you have open, active, and ended. I've got just here one of their pages, it just explains what those are. So open fund currently open, that have not yet started. Active, they are running but no longer accepting contributions. Closed or aborted. So ended funds, if they have closed, their duration has run its course, or for some reason they have been cancelled. So you can see here what is open, and you can just go through and you can select them. So if I were to click on one, for example, like these picks and shovels, I can see the detail in there of what the fund looks like. So they've added a little bit of detail, how much of a manager fee that they're taking, it's 90 days, and what sort of size they're looking for before they will start managing that fund. So I think that is certainly great, because you can have a look through and you can see they already have some funding as well. Then you can see the ones that are active. So those are the ones that not yet been invested in, and then you've got these ones that are active. And I've just click on one of those. You'll be able to see here at the moment they've got 2 Ether that they started with. It's all invested in Bancor. Now, someone may want to have that type of strategy in terms of investing, and that is fine. You have the ability to choose what type of strategy you are looking for from a fund manager. Takes 10%, starting size, max days 30. So in that way, you're able to see what a manager is really able to do. If I click another one here as well, let's just have a look at this one. Hopefully you can see that they have more coins. So there's more of a range, starting with 21 Ether, looking at 10% return, 90 days there. So it's all looking quite interesting. It's all looking very professional there as well. Some ended ones, some have been cancelled, some have been completed as well. Let me just quickly show you that. So that started off with 5. It was in wrapped Ether. One thing I do want to mention here is this USD return. It says NAN, percentage, and there doesn't seem to be a percentage there. I would expect in a completed fund for something to be there, but at the moment I'm not seeing that there. But like I said, it is quite early. It's something to bear in mind, that this is what this platform is doing, and hopefully we'll be able to see a lot more details. What I've read is that once you are in, it will give you at any point in time your details of what you're invested in, what your returns are, as well what you've managed to accumulate. So here you can see all of the tokens that they're allowed to include within their fund, a fund manager. So it's not just any token, it is those that have been approved to be included. And there's a fair few in there. And as you can see, there are some of your more common ones as well. Mana, you got Loop Ring, you got some of the other ones as well, Ocean Token. So you do have quite a few there. They also do have staking as well, in the way that you would normally do, where you can stake a coin and you can get returns on that as well. At the moment, they've got this leaderboard, and they did do a competition as well, just to see, before this got launched properly, how people would perform. So they were giving out prize monies for those who would do the best that they could do. Again, clicking on it, not seeing this return here, this may be something that does need to be updated, or once you've possibly put some money into your account that you can see that, but that's just something to bear in mind as well. So overall, it does look really good. So that's the type of funds that I had mentioned. And they've got a governance coin as well. So the governance coin just gives the ability for those people who hold it to determine what coins should be included in those that are approved, and it just gives some governance around the project, which I think is a good idea as well. So like I said, giving you a balanced view, I think overall the idea is fantastic. I think the idea of fund managers, looking at returns, people managing your money in the same way that they do for stocks, shares, commodities, anything else as well. And obviously we have this in the real world as well, these big fund managers who are now involved in cryptocurrency, but this allows anyone who does have the skill set, who does do the research, who has turned a small amount of money into a lot of amount of money, to be able to accept those funds from others and to be able to get paid through that commission, through that fee, in terms of what their abilities and skill sets are in terms of investing. So like I mentioned here, it says these are frequently asked questions on their website. Who are you and why are you remaining anonymous? So they are anonymous. There is no team on here that you can have a look, see what they've done. And it says we are releasing our fully functional system and we want the focus to be on that's a bit of a typo there, the product and not its creators. Now, that's not usual nowadays. You generally do get a team. It's never a focus on them. It just gives more credibility to the project because you can see who they are, what they've worked on, what experience they have, what the size of the team is as well, and who's doing what. Now, this is not a big deal, and who knows, maybe tomorrow they may upload it and say these are the creators. But at the moment, we don't generally have that to have a look. So the other thing to bear in mind is why don't you have a burn mechanism? I imagine they don't want to burn any coins because it says it would inflate the cost of transactions. One thing to note, so that's in the on the website in terms of their FAQs, but on their Twitter page, a pinned tweet says they've burned some coins. It says that they've burned this many iFUNDs, 283,750 in the last 12 days. So that's a contradiction. Now, that could possibly well be that they need to update those answers. But again, if you're releasing a new coin, you'd want them to make sure that the information out there is as up to date as possible. And just reading through their white paper as well, yes, I admit it is from last year, and some of the concepts are the same. But again, it's called Unipump there, whereas now it's UniFund. I think it's worth having that updated so people know what is applicable now and what is old. So for example, like the coins in terms of some are being burnt, and in the answers to the questions on their website, it says that there aren't. And similarly in here as well, it says, why no governance token? And as I showed you, they actually do have a governance token, and I think it's a great thing. But here their answer is we want to create a system that's as decentralized as possible. Now, like I said, that's been updated and this is old and it's probably been missed. And I think one thing to caveat all of this as well is this is it's always hard to launch a big project, and especially in the first days when there's a lot going on as well. And as the team posted here, it says the last few days have been very hectic for the team. So it's just something that I did want to bring to your attention, but at the same time, I can understand how it's just information out there that's pretty much record keeping in terms of what happens with the tokens. I think in terms of the team not saying who they are or not putting information out there, that's their choice. Again, it's not usual, but I don't think it should take away from the project too much. So this is something that I'll certainly be keeping an eye on closely, pretty much daily, just to see what they're doing. I do think it is a great concept. I do think it's a great idea. It's available on Uniswap. Like I said, the price has gone up since it's been listed on CoinMarketCap there as well. And before generally making an entry point, it really does depend on your strategy. So some people like to get in early and take a bit more of a risk. Some people like to wait a few days and just to see how it starts to pan out and what they seem to be updating or creating on their page, and to see what new funds might be coming on board, or fund managers, shall I say, who are creating funds as well. So there you have it. That's UniFund. As always, I hope you found that useful, informative. If you have, please do give me a like. Please do consider subscribing. I always do bring out these type of videos with news and views, keeping you updated with what's happening with certain coins, new coins as well, any listings that are coming, and just general, pretty much everything that I think could be useful from a crypto world perspective. So that's UniFund. I've been Cal. This is Crypto Crazy, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.